So just as we ended day 21 in the Robert Service campground here, we are starting it here as well, again right next to the Yukon River. Today I believe we're going to Watson Lake. It's a fairly short day for us, so that's nice. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't get much sleep last night. It was a tough night for me camping, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. I may end up going and finding a hotel room for myself, but we'll see how it goes at the end of the day. And then after we go to Watson Lake, we start to head down the Cassiar and eventually get to Prince George, where, as I said before, we'll then need to check in and see what the status of some of these wildfires are and see if we can come up with an alternative route to get us down to Kamloops and then eventually into Spokane. We got some coffee, got some food, so now we're going to get on the road to Watson Lake, and hopefully I can wake up. Alright, we had a little minor disaster here. I pulled off the road here in Tesla and we're headed to Watson Lake. And I noticed my bike was handling funny. Turns out I had a flat tire in the front. We checked it all out. Peter went in and got some water, some soapy water from the folks here. And he cleaned my tire for me. It looks great now. But we found no leaks in the tire itself, but the tire had come off the bead. So we used their 100-pound PSI air compressor back then. We popped it back on. It seems to be holding, so keep our fingers crossed that was the problem. So we are kind of on our return trip now. We are in Watson Lake in the Yukon. Got a hotel room for the evening because, to be honest with you, I am just not having a good time sleeping in the campgrounds. And I've had 2 nights of just horribly miserable sleep and nobody wants to be around me. So, we said we got a hotel room, and I told the guys I was going to get one, but they decided to go ahead and do it as well, because it kind of was a cold, rainy, miserable kind of day, and it just sounded like a good idea. So we're here at the Bighorn Hotel in Watson Lake, and we're going to go find ourselves some dinner. So we found a little restaurant last time we were up here that we liked, so we're just going to take a walk down the road and eat there again.
This Africa twin is covered.
Yeah,
he's been in the mud. I take a picture of this just for Michael.
He is God. So we had a nice dinner. We got to meet a viewer, Lee, who was from Utah. He and some friends just rode up to Prudhoe Bay, and they're now headed home. And said it's really nice to meet somebody who's watching my videos and who's getting something out of it. It makes me feel good. And now we are trying to find the visitor information center around here. We're told it's back behind the signpost forest, which is right there, but we don't see it. So we think we may have been led astray, but we'll see. Motorcycles. I think we need one of these. All right, so the visitor center was good. They gave us a lot of information about the routes for the fires and all that kind of stuff. However, unfortunately, Steven struck out here. He wanted very desperately one of the banners in there, and I tried to get him to give them a $200 donation. They almost got they questions, yep. But I think he thought that was a little too much. But come on, you probably won't be able to find one anywhere.
I'm telling you, $50 I'll get one.
50? No, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Right, so now that we have gone to the visitor center behind Signpost Forest, had some dinner here in Watson Lake, we are going to do one last exciting thing for the evening, and that is we are going to the Northern Lights Center. We actually hear this is pretty cool. It's kind of a recreation of the Northern Lights. They kind of do a planetarium kind of a thing here, so we thought, what the hell? Since we're up here, we might as well come up and check it out. So who knew that the Northern Lights Planetarium show would be so popular? So that was pretty cool, actually. They had a couple of nice movies about the environment, and then about the auroras, how they're created, and had some really cool videos of them. So that was really nice. We're going to be heading back to the hotel now, and basically getting ready to do all of this again. We're going to be heading from Watson Lake down to Belle 2 tomorrow, going down the Cassiar Highway.